Hey y'all, back again with another video. This is episode 5 of my video diary series. Right now I'm on a nice walk. Just get back from birthday dinner with mom. We went to Ruth Chris. Never been there before. I saw a Peaks review about it and said it was overrated. Kind of agree with him, but it was a nice experience. Just being with mom and dad and seeing the scenic view of the Reagan National Airport. So it was nice. But right now I'm trying to walk off calories. My stomach is a little full. So yeah, don't want to have too many digestive issues for the week. But yeah, just do a brief recap. I know last week I stated that I wanted to get through thermodynamics as one of my goals, at least the course. Fortunately, another week of not meeting all my goals, but still trying to grind through and get through that thermodynamics course. There is a lot of material. Like I stated earlier, might have been ambitious for me to try and complete it for the week, but at least I tried. But I think definitely this week I should be able to do it, especially with work not being as hectic as it usually is. So I should be able to get some studying time in during the day, like during my lunch hour, and then especially after work as well, and after the gym. All right, before I get into the fitness updates, there has been some crazy news recently. Former President Donald Trump got shot at a rally. Guy shot like 8 times, grazed him in the ear, hit 2 attendees in the crowd though. Rest in peace to them. But Trump luckily survived, and the memes coming out of it are just hilarious, especially the ones where they had the Klay Thompson 0 from 10, and then Tim Hardaway Jr. One of them was Gabe Valentine. Just hilarious, just like minutes after it happened. So I think that was just hilarious. But the actual event itself is pretty, scary, horrific. We haven't had an assassination attempt since Reagan. It's been decades since that happened. So very crazy. But life goes on. They were also posting stuff about, the 50 Cent Many Men calling Donald Trump the black man of the decade. He was going to win because of it. It was pretty hilarious. But yeah. All right, we're going to do a brief go into our fitness updates. So as you can see, I'm getting my steps in, and nutrition has been on point for this week. Very happy with it. This weekend, I had my free meal yesterday, and then I went to, had an extra one for this week, only because it was my mom's birthday. But that should be fine, as long as I'm, stay on track, getting my cardio in, going on my runs. Should be still on pace for what Mike expects us to be, hopefully around like 185 within 2 weeks. But that being said, this past week it was a deload week, only because we were heavy last week and it was week 5 of the block and we're starting a new block. So on Monday I hit a 451 single for squat. Felt like shit, honestly. It's supposed to be RP6, but it moved like an RP8, but it was kind of expected only because I went so heavy this past week. So need to take the time to recover. For bench, I hit a top single at 292, which moved better than I expected. I did go a little bit under only because bench has been fatiguing for the past week. I want to say fatiguing. Bench has been overshot a lot. We were benching 4 times a week in the previous block, so we were overcooking it a little too much. So for this block, we're going to cut it down to 3 times a week, and so hopefully the reduction in volume will increase my load capacity for this block. And so I have a single at 292. I had a single at 292, and I expected it to move like shit, but it moved really well. Moved like RP 6.5. So very happy with that. And then last week, I maxed out my deads for 595 for 2. So I was cooked on that as well. So yesterday I hit a top single at 540, and it was fine, but it was 540. It moved okay. It's supposed to be RP 6.5. I would argue it's more like a 7.5. Only because it did feel heavy and it moved a little bit slower than anticipated. But then again, like I said, still coming off of the fatigue from last week, and happy that we have singles now. Volume's a little bit lower, and looking forward to this block because it's gonna be singles across the board. Looking forward for some PRs. Ideally, like a PR match for squat. I'm not gonna be too ambitious. You know, squat has been a little bit lacking on all the 3 lifts. Well, I would say all 3 lifts have been lacking, but squat right now, maybe looking for a PR match. But if I can get a PR on bench and a PR on deads, that would be very happy. But then again, you know, not going to try and push it too much. But if we are doing singles, you might as well just try for it. So looking forward to that. It's going to be very fun. Yeah. I know I mentioned work at the beginning of the video not being as crazy. Still stand on that. Just went like 5 minutes ago. But work hasn't been too bad. Still just doing automation stuff. I have figured out where I'm going to be going with my new sector, only because they got rid of all the horizontals and they're only focusing on verticals, which is why they did a big change. I still don't agree with the way they did it, only because it was a major change and they got rid of a bunch of leadership and there wasn't any notice. Like before, when I was with my team and we got merged into a much larger team, they did give us a month in advance warning that it was going to happen. But this change was much bigger because they got rid of all of the horizontals. There's like 5 of them, and their teams are much bigger than 70 people, or probably like 700, or you know, in the thousands maybe. So them not giving a warning on something that huge, it does offset a lot of things, and I just didn't like the way the company went about it. So I do still have a bad taste in my mouth from that, but at least I know where I'm going. My new people manager is a partner that is with the project that I'm on, so it's good to see a familiar face. But then again, you know, having to figure out what to do next, how things are going to run this upcoming week is still, you know, still something I have to figure out. There's still a lot of questions, not a lot of answers, so just gotta wait and see, you know. Decided to stop by over here. It's a cool little lake on my walk just to finish the video. Golden hour. But yeah, that's pretty much it. One thing I wanted to mention was, I guess, for my future self and to anybody else who's watching this, I guess, is to remember to always make sure to live in a moment. Don't wish your life away. I know I told myself that plenty of times before, but time goes by way too fast, and you know, wishing for that next paycheck or wishing for a certain, you know, event to happen, like, oh, I can't wait for this, I can't wait for that, or this next paycheck, I can't wait for this, you know. It's always important to enjoy the journey. I know we have a final destination that we want to obtain for whatever goal that we're working towards, but it's important to make sure to enjoy the journey along the way, because you know, before you know it, you know, 10 years go by, 20 years, 40 years, and then, you know, life's over. So just got to make sure to always live in the moment, enjoy the things you can, control all the variables that you can't control, you know, go outside. You know, this isn't where I want to be living in life. I mean, I'm not where I want to be financially. I'm not where I want to be career-wise. I'm not where I want to be, you know, location and my end goal. But, you know, look at this. It's still nice. The sun's still shining. I'm still healthy. I'm out here walking. I'm able to make this video. I'm able to do a lot of things that I wasn't able to do just a year ago. So just always be grateful and live in the moment and don't wish your life away. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video. Again, thanks for whoever watches and subscribes to the channel. I appreciate it. Yeah, see you next time.